Hello buddies, so in this video we are going to see about what is Koin and how to implement Koin in Android Studio and what are the uses of Koin. Okay, so Koin is a dependency injection, so it's like a Hilt actually. So Hilt is like we are using from Dagger and very long time we are using Hilt. So Koin is they created from the Kotlin, so it is in the Kotlin DSL. Okay, major difference from Hilt to this one. Hilt will have a lot of codes we have to write actually. This one will reduce a lot of code. We don't want to code much, and annotation process we don't want to go through any annotation classes, scopes, all those things. Nothing. Here also in Koin we don't want to write any annotations things, and this will compile in a runtime. Okay, that will compile before come in a compile time. This will directly works in the runtime. So that's why this will be little slower when compared to Hilt in the performance wise, because that one will have a that one based on the annotation that will generate separate code base for the Hilt, and in the runtime they will directly take from that, but this one will use in the runtime only. So that's why there is a slight difference in a big level project or something. For right now, this is a new one, so we can use it anyway. Both are similar way, which is this that is preferable. They will have pros and cons, and this is also having pros and cons, but which is feasible for you guys, you can use it. But this is lot about small coin. So about the coin, we have to implement the dependency first of all. So we have this Koin dependency 4.0.0. Okay, after this dependency, so I have a sample project actually, so we are not going to code going to run in right now. So this is the activity class. I have a main screen over here. So in the main screen I have a sample screen. Okay, one text box, let me show you. Okay, one text field, one action button, and one column. Okay, so in this column there is a data list. Okay, this is a text view. In the text box is a note value. This note value, while clicking the button, the note value will save the value. There is a save function. There is a view model. In this function, let me show you. I called view model. Using that view model, I am taking the data list, and new value will save when clicking the button. Okay, so once is saved in the lazy load module, we have a data list. Based on the data list, this is the state flow. Based on the data list, it will show the list of item which we are adding over there. Okay, so in the view model, we'll come to new model. So view model will have a two parameters. One is save data use case, fetch data use case. Okay, save data and fetch data, we have a separate classes in a domain layer. Okay, and this is a mutable state flow. I just added this one is for showing the list, and this is for save data and fetch data. So save data, we are inside save data we are using save data use case to save the data, and inside fetch data we are using fetch data use case to fetch the data. It's like in the callback we are getting the list, and I am assigning the list to the list. Okay, so in the save data use case I am just redirecting to the repository. Okay, so in the repository is the main class, it will call all those things. In fetch data also same thing, I am just navigating to the fetch class. I have any logics means I will do here. I am don't have any logic, so I am not doing here. If it is main repository, now it is main repository. So in the main repository I am having one list. I am saving the data in the list, and I am fetching the list, and I am sending back. Okay, so usually if we have a Hilt, we have to add everything over here. Okay, we have a parameter over here, so we have to add up service module. Okay, in that module we have to annotate provider, injector, install in, so all those things for singleton class, anything like that. Okay, so for here same thing we need to do, but in a different way we are going to do here. Okay, so if I am in a main activity, if you see here, I'm just calling the main view models variable. I am not sending any parameters, like we have to pass fetch and save data. I am not passing any parameters. So if without dependency injection, if I want to call any of the classes means I need to call in this way. So this is the right way to call get the instance of the view model, but we are not doing like this. We are going to use we are going to inject them inside that. Okay, so first of all we added the dependency. After adding the dependency, we need a application class. Obviously in the application names class need to be assigned to the name in the manifest class. Okay, second thing, then we are going to create a module, app module. Okay, I'm just creating app module. Okay, so modules, like inside modules we have to define all the classes. Okay, so modules have different types, like single, okay, factory, then view model. So a single means it is like a single instance, single instance. Okay, factory means it is like new instance every time we use. Okay, so whenever we are using new instance, it will create a new instance. Like if I am using this one in a view model, it will create new one. If I am using this one in different secondary view model, means it will create a new instance. So that's why factory. So actually this view model is for view model. And we have some other things is like single off. So inside single off we have to give, we have like kind of bind. Okay, so in the bind we have to give some main repository, like that, classes. It's so the bind is like, if usually we will have a interface, if we will have a repository and repository implementation. Okay, so main repository will bind to repository implementation. So bind the interface to um, bind the interface to the repository class actually. So for the binding, so these are all things we will go through detailedly in separate video. For right now we don't need these things, we just need, I'm just going to go through this single one. So for this single one, our data repository is main repository, so that is a single one, main repository. Then factory, I'm going to add the use case is nothing, it's just redirecting. So I'm going to add use case over here. Okay, for this parameter we have to give get. Okay, and one more thing, so another use case also I'm going to add in factory. The thing is, if both are we are adding factory, so you can't do like only one factory, inside one factory I am going to add like this. So you can't do like that. So it should be, if you have two classes going to add in the factory, means you have to add separately. Okay, if you add in a single factory two times, so actually this bracket is a lambda function, so that lambda function will return only one instance. So if you are adding multiple functions, it won't return multiple instance, so it will give an error while you are compiling. Okay, that's one. So in the view model, main view model, and inside that get. Okay, so now the app module is ready. So now we are going to define this app module inside here. Okay, so here we are going to start the Koin. Okay, simple start the Koin, and Android context is this application. Okay, this application. Then I'm going to add the module is app module. Yeah, that's it. So we don't have any much coding, so only these things and these things, only two things. So that is good and great. I'm just going to run the application. We can see how it is working actually. Okay, yeah, I just ready. So yeah, so if you, after adding the dependency, if you have any issues, the start coin is not appearing, not clear, not imported, module is not imported, just clear the project and rebuild the project, it will come, because Android Studio is giving some errors when we are usually not this time, usually. Okay, so application runs. So I am giving this is to demo the, okay, Koin. Okay, so this is adding in the list. So actually we are not using, we are using the Koin, and we are just implementing these things. Okay, yeah, quite right. We will see the details in the next video. Okay, bye.